I was born a Roman Catholic.
You're a Roman Catholic.
What happens if the rest of the continent says we're going to boycott South African products? What happens to South African economy? You are beating us up and you want us to buy your oranges and the wine or whatever. We're not
the
going to buy
oil.
them. And all of that. So and we're not going to sell you anything and won't buy from you. You can't survive. South Africa cannot survive outside of the rest of the continent.
75. So why were they rejected?
If you were rejected, it means maybe you are using it's a South African ID, but it's written, a citizen says Mozambique.
Oh, I see.
We do have that ID in South Africa. That says South Africa. When it says to citizen, it says Mozambique, which means we have an ID, but you are not the citizen of the country.
Okay.
So that's why they're rejected. Sometimes some of the people, the ID says deceased, but the person is still alive. Rejected. You have to go and fix it by the Home Affairs so that we can come and register again.
Thank you.
What happens if the rest of the continent says we're going to boycott South African products? What happens to South African economy? You are beating us up and you want us to buy your oranges and the wine or whatever. We're not
the
going to buy
oil.
them. And all of that. So and we're not going to sell you anything and won't buy from you. You can't survive. South Africa cannot survive outside of the rest of the continent, which is what Professor Fayemi was saying. Ghana and Nigeria could not survive without each other. So this business of attacking one another was wrong and was proved to be wrong. Same here. And I had said also, so if you know, we've got it's a genuine complaint that is being raised about high levels of unemployment. Is correct. It's genuine. Issues that are being raised about high levels of crime, that's correct. That's genuine. What is not genuine, what is not correct, is to say the reason we have high levels of unemployment in South Africa is because of foreign nationals. It's not. It's because we as South Africans, as this leadership, as government, as businesses, we have not solved these economic challenges of South Africa. They have nothing to do with somebody who's coming from outside. Why are we blaming other people for our own faults? We've got to solve the problem of unemployment in South Africa by looking at how the South African economy is functioning, what's gone wrong in the past, what is it that we need to do. If we think we're going to solve the problem of unemployment, by chasing away some undocumented person, in 10 years' time.
It's becoming more difficult to be a silent observer. Been watching on the sidelines for a very long time, but we gotta say something. Okay, dear South Africans, I know, however, I'm an African and I'm a conspiracy person. All right, let's go back 2 minutes, Nyana. Do you all remember 19? Yeah, we can all agree that thing was engineered and put in the system. We all know the whole world on chokehold, and everybody was fear-mongered. A lot of fear-mongering and propaganda and misinformation was out there. And how ironic and convenient that the very same people that created are the same people that came up with the solution in a few days. I mean, how many years have we been suffering with AIDS? Hey, how many? But there's no solution. But however, they had a solution and they shoved it down our throats. Get vaccinated or else. They made everybody so scared that people ended up going to get the vaccination. Remember that part? Right, good. Fast forward. Years later, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, they're all being sued. There was no need for the vaccination. You know the whole thing of why did you get the people vaccinated if you knew? So what was in the vaccine? What did you do to the people's DNA? Blah, 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 blah. You know that whole conspiracy thing, and it just died down. Now, fast forward to your situation. I can't help but think that if you want to introduce something to the people, first you fearmonger them. You know, you create a problem, a very big one. Get everybody concerned and divert and misdirect the anger. All of a sudden, they have a solution. And your solution is, well, let's first start with your problem. The problem was foreigners are responsible for the drugs in South Africa. Foreigners are taking our jobs. Foreigners are doing all these crazy crimes. You know, if you control the media, you control the information and you control the narrative. So, your president yesterday came out and came up with a solution. Well, they caused the problems by allowing the foreigners to come. They caused the problems by allowing the drugs to enter. They caused the problems by allowing the economy to die, and the people are now suffering. So who caused the problem? They did. Now listen to their solution. Their solution is digital ID. Okay? Now when you hear digital ID, you say, okay, so there's no more fake passports, fake IDs. There's no more fake. A lot of these. I am Bali. I was born in South Africa, and I can prove that I was born in South Africa by using the digital ID. So when it comes to authenticity and all that, yeah, that's the advantage. And you say, okay, so they will be able to see who is South African and who is not, and we can all live in harmonious peace. However, let's talk about the digital ID. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of the digital ID? Let's do our homework and find out. I'm going to be back with a full live. But let me give you a hint. Digital ID means they are monitoring everything that you're doing online. It means banks, money. If you get a traffic ticket, if you don't pay your ticket, they can block your card from buying a ShopRite. If you do not pay for your lights and your petrol or your rent and whatnot, they can block you from buying beer in the bar. Yes, if you do not pay child maintenance, they can block your ID from getting plane tickets out of wherever you're going, wherever. It means they are monitoring you. And if they deem a person persona non grata, this person has not been paying their taxes, this person has not been doing this, they're going to air out your business. And whoever is found helping that person, say someone has been blocked because they have not been paying their taxes, they have not been paying their rent, or they've just been funny. And you, when now you want to play hero savior syndrome, okay? Then you say, I'm going to help you buy this, but they will block yours too. They know where you are. They have got facial recognition. If you call in sick at work, your company has the right to go in their data, facial recognition, and they see when you said unali the flu, you are sleeping, yeah? And then your facial recognition comes up and you're by busy corner. Oh yeah. Digital ID simply means is in their system. You can use fingerprint, you can use your eyes, you can give you their you can give them your DNA. My God, I'm losing my words. You know what? Let me go back. Do a live so that I can put other citizens of other nations and these technical ones and the gurus and the people with PhDs in the disadvantages of digital ID. Digital ID, they are all up in your. Listen, you cannot buy a plane ticket if they deem you a persona non grata. You can't even go to if you go to the hospital, they will know everything about you. They'll talk about your traffic tickets. If you've got a warrant, they know they can catch you. You can't even buy a car if you owe somewhere else. Everything that needs ID, they have you on. You can't even go to the grocery store and buy food. Yes, you need a digital ID to buy food, to go in ShopRite and get food. Not spaza, because you guys are checking out the spazas. You want to buy baby milk in ShopRite, but you owe taxes. Yeah. You want to buy fuel so that you can go to your grandmother's funeral, but there's a traffic ticket that you skipped the other day. They're going to catch you. They're all seeing. You remember the mark of the beast? You can't do nothing without your digital ID. Now, how many of us? Okay, I'm coming. I'm so pumped up. I'm angry. You know why? It starts with South Africa. And then the other African presidents are going to catch on to this thing. And before you know it, it will be all over. It's already dominating in China. Oh, go on TikTok. Go everywhere and find out the digital ID in China. The disadvantages. They have started it in the UK. They're a whole king wore a crown. And a fur something and our jewelry, and came out and introduced the digital ID in the name of foreigners, to keep the foreigners out. You think it's to keep the foreigners out. However, it is a new control mechanism, and the UK is already having it. China is already having it. And who's the first person to take it? South Africa. Very soon. Oh, and I mean very soon. Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Botswana, Namibia, Hunje, Mozambique, DRC, Ivory Coast, Benin, Nikona? Woo! Give me 3 hours. Just 3 hours. I'll be back. Bye!